legends of the game. Now, the best of Pennsylvania and Ohio meet again for high school football supremacy.
It's the biggest honor a coach or a player could get in the state of Pennsylvania to be on this team. And I think playing Ohio, you got two of the top states in the country playing against each other.
So being one of the best 33 players in the state of Ohio is really something. When it's decided upon the coach, you know there's no extra influences in on there. It's really, really important. And it's really something you can keep forever, and you hold a lot of pride inside. Ohio is very proud, as a proud football state. So I think both states are rich in football tradition, and the 34 kids we have will want to represent us well.
It's an opportunity to say that you played against some of the best players in the country. Ohio, they breed good football players. Pennsylvania breeds good football players. Let's put them together and clash.
And tonight, they meet in the Super Bowl of high school football, the PNC Bank Big 33 Football Classic.
It is a hot, humid night in Hershey, Pennsylvania, Chocolate Town, USA, and tonight the tradition continues. Good evening, everyone. I'm Greg Mace. All of these players have already graduated from their respective high schools, and most of them are off to major Division I college programs in just a couple of weeks. But first, it is one final high school showdown, Pennsylvania against Ohio. This is a game with really great tradition, great history. Every Super Bowl ever played has had at least one Big 33 player. So tonight, these players hope they keep that tradition going. Now, you're about to meet some of the players and some of the special events surrounding this game. But first, we introduce you to our play-by-play team. The longtime voice of the Big 33, Dan Kamal, and former Penn State and NFL quarterback, the man who led the Nittany Lions to their first national championship, Todd Blackledge.
Great, thank you very much, Todd. This is a game that showcases the athletes. It's designed that way. The rules are built that way. In that context, what are the keys?
Well, Dan, the key really is, first of all, pass protection. The rules are you've got to throw the ball at least 40% of the time, and the defenses can only play man-to-man. So pass protection is really critical. And remember, a lot of these guys played in run-oriented programs. So 1 week, they're learning how to pass block. The second thing is the game usually will turn on which quarterback has a hot hand. A lot of good receivers, a lot of guys who can run and catch it. Whichever quarterback has the hot hand tonight, that team will win the ball game.
Is this game a quarterback's dream?
It sure is. Man-to-man, you don't have to read blitzes. You don't have to worry about extra men rushing off the corner. It's a great night for football, and quarterbacks love to play in a game like this.
Do you see one team sustaining a running game at all in this game?
Well, both teams will try to run the football just to kind of keep the pace going and try to keep the defense off balance. I don't think it's very hard to get a solid running game in 1 week of practice. I think that the passing game, you can throw and catch a lot better in a short period of time.
It's warm, but here's a guy who's always cool, Dennis Owens. How is it down there?
Well, it is very, very warm. Heat, a big part of the story all week long. 90-degree temperatures. Coaches had to scale back their practices, but there will be no scaling back tonight. Cold towels are on the sideline. They'll be used liberally. We understand that the players will be hosed down at halftime. Greg, hopefully we can get through this thing without being hosed down. Hang on to some of those for us. We're set for the kickoff. We're just moments away. The Big 33 football game set to go here from Hershey. You are watching the Big 33 Football Classic on the Big 33 Television Network.
Today's live coverage of the PNC Bank Big 33 Football Classic is brought to you by Kunzler Meat Company, honest to goodness, great taste, from Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. By Adidas, the brand with 3 stripes. By Rite Aid. At Rite Aid, we are right there when you need us. By PNC Bank, where performance counts. And by Builders Square. They'll get you squared away.
Is now the time to get advice on college loans? At PNC Bank, we say the time couldn't be better. If you need financial aid, our Education Loan Center is devoted solely to helping you. In fact, since 1965, we've helped over 1 million families find the best way to pay for college. So call the Education Loan Center at PNC Bank, because there's no time like the present to prepare for the future.
I'd do it in a second. The fans will dig it. They've waited long enough. I've just got to get the other lads to agree. I think I can convince them.
I'll say, lads,
To eat our pizza, crust first.
Good idea, Ringo. Cool.
Stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut with cheese baked into a new, thinner crust. You'll want to eat it crust first. Now with free garlic dipping sauce.
Wrong glass.
Large is $9.99.
Planning a family project this weekend? Get hip to the Square.
Builder's Square is the stop that gets your project going. Painting the house, building a backyard playground, landscaping, any spruce up or fix up at all. This weekend, you've got the time, and Builder's Square has everything else at great square deal prices. Builder's Square.
We'll get you squared away.
This is the Kunzler name and logo. There's also your honest-to-goodness guarantee of quality, freshness, and great taste. Kunzler.
Okie dokie.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Big 33 Football Classic. Dan Kamal with Todd Blackledge, our sideline reporters Greg Mace and Dennis Owens. We're delighted to have you here. And Todd, in a big game like this, opening kickoff, I imagine no matter what level, it's just a little bit more adrenaline going right now.
Yeah, well, you say Josh McDaniels, he's taken about 14 practice kicks over there. He's a kid from my hometown of Canton, Ohio, played his high school football at Canton McKinley for his dad, Tom McDaniel. He's a great little quarterback as well as a kicker.
It's Poteet, Drayton, and Harris deep. And the kick is relatively short, taken by Cobbs. And he's at the 35, the 40, and midfield and beyond before he's driven out of bounds. And a tackle on the play by Matt LeVar. So a big start for Pennsylvania. There's a starting offensive line for Pennsylvania. Josh George, you see at center. Eric Cole, the left guard. It's Richard Stankiewicz at left tackle, Mike Kimball, and then Nate Lamontagne, Noel Lamontagne, that is, at right tackle. The offense, you saw Cobbs carrying the kickoff back. Aaron Harris, the fullback, the flanker, Mike Bennett. Corey Jones, the All-American at split end, and Brian Arndt. And back to passes Streeter from Gettysburg, and the out is overthrown. Streeter, an interesting situation. He didn't make the team, Todd, but he started. He replaced Dan Kendra.
Well, and he had a great week of practice, and that's why he got the starting nod. As you take a look at the defensive starters for Ohio, the defensive line, nose guard Mike Ganthouse, Pat Kratos out of St. Ignatius High School in Cleveland, the left end, and Brian Coleman, number 78, playing the right end position.
It's the cannonball. Melvin Cobbs, slot right. Streeter is the quarterback. Just underway, and the give is to Drayton, trying to cut it left, has no room, tries it back the other way, still on his feet. That's Aaron Harris, I beg your pardon, and spun down at the 45-yard line. A loss of about 9 on the play, and good penetration.
Yeah, and a great job, open field tackling by Nate Johnson, the strong safety, a guy headed to University of Akron. Aaron Harris is a big guy with big legs, and you can see when he tried to turn the corner, watch, great penetration at the point of attack, forced Harris to go back the other way. Now watch the open field tackle coming from the bottom of your screen, the left side of your screen. There it is right there, Nate Johnson. Good job wrapping up the legs of Aaron Harris. That's a big play for the safety.
Johnson heading to Akron out of Steubenville. Noah Lamontagne, you see there, shaken up a bit, 6'5", 315. Lineman, and Lamontagne heading to Virginia.
You know, Dan, the reason you see, you might be wondering why so much one-back offense. You're going to see both teams run a lot of one-back sets with 3 wide receivers or slot receivers, because the rule of the game is as long as there's only one back in the backfield, the defense has to play straight man-to-man. They can't have a free safety in the ball game. But if you put 2 backs in the backfield, then the defense can have a free safety, kind of a center fielder who can kind of play zone and help out somebody that might get beat. So you're going to see a lot of one-back offense, slot receivers, forcing everybody to cover one guy all over the football field.
Split right is Jermaine Cromartie. He's heading to Kansas. And in the slot again is Cobbs. Streeter barking the signal, straight back, looking for Harris down the middle. Open, but incomplete at the 15-yard line.
Well, they got what they wanted. They went to the slot receivers. They ran everybody on takeoff patterns down the field. They opened up the middle for the fullback, Aaron Harris, but you can see Aaron Harris, a great running back, not used to running 40 yards down the field maybe and making that catch over the shoulder.
Here's the linebacking core for Ohio. Ledyard, Eisenhart, Kirk, and LeVar. And that's the strength of this team. Secondary, Winfield, Plummer, Furry, and King. Very tough job, man-to-man defense. That's the core of this game. Mapes is back to kick for Pennsylvania. Winfield is deep for Ohio. Big bounce, and Winfield is still on his feet, but then driven down at the 10-yard line by Dan Kreider. We'll be back with more action from the Big 33 Football Classic after these messages.
Now, when Champion Ford cuts prices on used cars this far back, it's absolutely unbelievable. We've got an 87 Ford mud-slinging Ranger out here. If you paid $6,000 for it, you think you got a fair price. If you paid $5,000, you think you stole it from somebody. It's out here for $3,988. Oh, how do they get them that low? How about a 94 Ford Taurus? Not 14, not 13, but $10,988. Oh, only Champion Ford.
It's hot. It's cool. It's fast. It's fun. It's wet. It's wild. It's family-tastic. It's Walter Park and Water World. It's now.
Building or remodeling? Legion now features quality kitchen and bath cabinetry for every budget and price range. Let Legion's design staff create a beautiful new kitchen or bath for you using quality cabinetry and Kohler fixtures. Kohler faucets and Kohler whirlpools that fit every decor and lifestyle, from classic to contemporary.
Legion Supply. Good things for your home. Great things for your life.
Legion Supply, 4818 Peach.
Out of Massillon, Washington, going to Akron. Big kid, Todd, 6'5", and straight back. Dumps it over the middle. It's complete to the 15-yard line.
You're going to see Ohio trying to get the ball to that guy, Rob Majoy, a lot in this ball game. A very electrifying receiver out of Huron High School going to the University of Illinois. He is an outstanding prospect.
Enjoy the quickest kid on this Ohio squad as we look at the offensive line for Ohio. Josh George, Eric Cole, Stankiewicz, Kimball, and LaMontagne as Spencer stands up over center. Nothing, just underway. And the give to the left side to Wilson, Torrance Wilson. And a couple. That'll bring up third down.
Nice job by the right side of the Pennsylvania defense that time. 3 wide receivers out to the wide side of the field. Ohio tried to run the ball back to the weak side, to the tight end side. Good job, Brandon Short, linebacker from McKeesport. He's filling on the play, and a nice job out there on the corner. Henry Potee did his job, not letting the runner get to his outside, forcing everything back to the inside where he has help.
I want to mention that the Pennsylvania and Ohio starting lineups tonight were brought to you by Rite Aid. Third down. They give again to Wilson, cuts it across the 20 and maybe to the 22. So Ohio trying to establish a little bit of a running game here. And the first down across the 20-yard line.
When you run a one-back offense, you're very limited in what you can do offensively. As you take a look at the offensive line for Ohio, Brent Hanai, T.J. Upshaw, the left guard, Eric Smith, the left tackle, Rob Murphy, and Gabe Tincher on that right side, both guys out of Cincinnati Moeller High School, and the backs and receivers you see there.
Split wide left is Probit, split wide right is Majoy. Spencer, a false start there. He can really make something out of a broken play, but he's spun down there by, among others, Mark Lapadula of Pennsylvania. It appeared the penalty would be coming against Ohio, so maybe more of a loss than Ohio would have sustained.
There's some motion out here by one of the wide receivers. One of the slot receivers jumped a little bit early, but then Give credit to Pennsylvania, even though the penalty flag was down, not giving up on the play.
Also in that tackle, Brandon Short. He's opened a lot of eyes in practice.
We're going to refuse
Yeah,
it.
he's a great prospect. 6'4", 245, played at McKeesport for George Smith, a team that won the Quad A state championship this year in Pennsylvania. And he just loves to play football. You see him just eyeballing the quarterback, never letting him get outside of him. And then when he sees his moment, almost like a cat, he just jumps in there. He makes his prance right at the quarterback and brings him down with a sure tackle.
The give is up the middle again is Torrance Wilson. And again, not much there as Ohio finds itself pinned down deep in its own territory. Nothing first quarter here. About 8 minutes to go. Anthony Cleary out on the tackle, heading to Penn State. He's 6'4", 240 out of Chambersburg. Third down and 21 for the Buckeye State.
Here's where Willie Spencer has to be smart now. Third down and 21 early in the ball game. You want to maybe try to make a big play, but don't try to get greedy. If you have to just get a 10-yard completion and punt the football, that's better than throwing an interception down in your own territory. Be smart with the football here.
Majoy split left. It's Provitt split right. And the toss to Majoy, cutting it across the middle, and he's drilled and nearly gave up the football at the 20. And that won't be enough for the first down. John Nemec, the head coach of Ohio out of Kent Roosevelt High School, and there's the catch start.
And a great tackle by Henry Potee, because Rob Majoy has great speed and acceleration, and what Ohio's thinking was if we can get him the ball quick, if he breaks one tackle, he might be able to run for the first down. But a great tackle out in the open field by Henry Potee stops him well short of the first down.
Well, back to punt is Craig Kentz. He's also the backup quarterback. No wrinkle here, though. He does lift one towards the 45. It'll bounce in Pennsylvania's favor and down well inside Ohio territory by Toby McKee. So Pennsylvania with good field position. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching the Big 33 Football Classic on the Big 33 Television Network.
Summertime fun in the great outdoors and picnics in the park. Summertime is Kunzler time. Everybody's playing, everybody's saying hot dog, hot diggity dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Kunzler bags and summertime fun. Kunzler, it's honest to goodness, great taste. Hot diggity dog.
Every year, PNC Bank asks over 270,000 customers how we can do better.
Here's what they said.
Hey, give me account information around the clock.
We did it. Put investment counselors in my neighborhood.
We're here.
Give me a really low-interest credit card.
You've got it. At PNC Bank, we never forget who really calls the shots.
And that's you.
Planning a family project this weekend? Get hip to the Square.
Builder's Square is the stop that gets your project going. Painting the house, building a backyard playground, landscaping, any spruce up or fix up at all. Get a great square deal on Roundup Grass and Weed Killer in the ready-to-use 1-gallon container. Just $12.46 at Builder's Square.
We'll get you squared away.
Name logo. There's also your honest-to-goodness guarantee of quality, freshness, and great taste. Kunzler products sometimes cost a little bit more, but let me tell you why. We use only the finest, top-quality ingredients. It's been that way since 1901, when my great-grandfather started the Kunzler tradition of quality and excellence. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Kunzler, honest-to-goodness, great taste.
Pennsylvania, good job holding Ohio. Do you go for broke right here?
Well, now's a good chance. When you're inside the 50-yard line, Brandon Streeter, he's been kind of conservative throwing the football. You've got the explosive wide receivers. Might be a good time to try to throw it deep right now against man-to-man.
Splitting right is Mike Bennett, heading to Syracuse. He's from Berwick. Big receiver, good hands. Corey Jones is left, and in motion is Melvin Cobb, and again, premature movement there. It looked like
Mike Ganthouse, the nose guard, right over the center. You always wonder, how does a nose tackle jump off sides? I mean, he's the closest guy to the football on the defense, but he's going on sound and rather than sight. And you tell your defensive lineman.
It's encroachment on Ganthouse.
Coaches tell defensive linemen, don't listen to the quarterback, watch the football. Don't move until you see the football move, but a lot of times a good, smart quarterback can use that snap count, use a hard count, and get a guy, an antsy guy to jump off sides.
Ganthouse was his team's most valuable player last year out of Shaker Heights. He's heading to Louisville. Nothing, first quarter of PNC Bank Big 33 Football Classic. Again, it's Melvin Cobb in motion. And they give us to Harris, and he slants his way across the 40, inside the 40 to about the 34-yard line. Tackled by Chris Kirk, heading to Ohio State, is Harris. Harris from a quality athletic family and a very, very solid family, very involved in church. Their dad is the minister at Windsor Baptist Church in their hometown. Real interesting story.
Yeah. He and his brother Arlen played in the championship game against Brandon Short and McKeesport. They lost that game 17-14, Downington High School.
Streeter on the out, but it's dropped by Troy Davidson. Like Davidson had his feet planted incorrectly, tried to turn quickly, and it went right through. So that'll bring up third.
Watching these quarterbacks this week, I was really impressed with their footwork, both Bolger and Streeter, on the short throws, the three-step drop. That one got up a little high, but anytime a receiver gets both hands on the football, you expect them to make the catch. And as you mentioned, got his feet tied up a little bit, trying to turn for that football. A little bit high that time by Brandon Streeter.
Todd, can you teach a quarterback footwork? Can you improve him dramatically?
Oh, yeah, you can. I mean, you can take a guy that doesn't have good fundamentals. He may have a strong arm, and you can teach him to be more fluid and more have better footwork and better steps.
Cobb trying to fight his way for the first down, and Melvin Cobb's heading to Rutgers, and the hit by LeVar and also Kratis, and short of the first down. Here's another look.
Take a look again. Trying to run the counter trap. They're pulling the backside guard and tackle, but nice job crashing down on the outside that time by Courtney Ledyard, defensive end. He was the one who really stuffed that play as they tried to run the counter trap.
Good second effort by Cobbs, but about a yard short of the first down. And an official timeout. It's 0-0 here. Last year, it was Ohio. The year before, it was Pennsylvania. Both games routes, and a lot of talk about that this week.
Yeah, neither team wants to get embarrassed in a game like this, but the way the game is set up, like I mentioned in the open, if you get a quarterback like Scott Mutrin last year that gets a hot hand and makes a couple big plays, you can blow a game like this wide open. And certainly we have that type of quarterback in this game that is capable of having a big night.
Harrison Cobbs in the eye to give second man to Cobbs, and he's just about to the 30. That'll be good enough for the first down. It's the first down of the game for Pennsylvania. King and Johnson in on the tackles for Ohio.
Nice job by Cobbs following the block of Aaron Harris. Courtney Ledyard did a nice job holding his ground, but Harris did his job. That was to just get in between he and the defender and allow Cobb to slip in for the big first down.
4:10 left in the opening quarter. No score. Pennsylvania driving as we look at Melvin Cobbs. He's slot right. Harris, the lone running back. Streeter pumps. Up top. Looking for Cromartie. Just overthrows him. Incomplete. Good idea.
Well, they've been working the three-step drop, the quick throws. That time, a nice pump fake by Brandon Streeter. And Jermaine Cromartie, he was a running back. This is his first week working at wide receiver. He looked pretty good that time running the out and up. He faked the hitch route. He really sold it for his quarterback and just wasn't able to catch up to that throw in the end zone.
Just slightly overthrown. Streeter, we mentioned he replaced Dan Kendrew, but he forged a pretty good high school career. He could have easily been an original pick in this game.
Yeah, and he's going to Clemson, and they're very high on him. He's a guy that not only can throw the football, but can move around in the pocket and make some things happen when things break down.
Streeter is back to pass, looking left, throwing left, and immediately drilled was Davidson. Good hit by Winfield. Ball inside the 25.
Antoine Winfield is an outstanding football player out of Akron Garfield. He was the Division I State Defensive Player of the Year in Ohio last year, and He is a guy who played both ways 2 weeks ago in the North-South All-Star game. That time right on the money with the hit. Good throw by Streeter, and watch Antoine Winfield. He's used to playing safety. This is kind of new for him, playing man-to-man corner, but great coverage right there.
Davidson's going to be a psychology major. I want to analyze that hit. The intensity level was pretty high. And we have a flag on the play before it starts. Just over 3 left now in the opening quarter.
Make contact. Give me a first down for Blue.
Illegal contact, encroachment, and it'll be first down for Pennsylvania. Brings the ball inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Stands are filling up here. They expect a near-capacity crowd a bit late arriving. So look at Mike Gantos.
Well, again, he's going on the sound of the quarterback's voice. He's not watching the football. Just a little bit eager in there, wanting to make a play, trying to get a sack for his team. But Brandon Streeter's picking up on that, and right now doing a nice job with his snap count.
Pennsylvania has called timeout, and we're going to take a timeout. You're listening to you're watching us on the Big 33 Football Network.
Street Track and Trail in Conneaut Lake, and that name is Nissan. Nissan gives you a lot of great reasons to consider us for your next vehicle. Reasons like Nissan trucks, Quest minivans, Maxima, Altima, and Sentra sedans, and Pathfinders. And we're making Nissan the best buy in the tri-state region by giving you a variety of purchase plans to fit your needs. Watch for our weekly specials in the Erie Times, Meadville Tribune, and Venango papers. Nissan and Street Track and Trail. You'll like the combination.
Make time for Time Out at Builders Square, and you'll find hot buys that are just in time for summer. Abco 60-watt bug lights are a hot buy at 89 cents a 2-pack. 3M cloth duct tape in the bonus pack is a smokin' $1.99. This Stanley 25-foot tape measure, including bonus utility knife, is a sizzling $7.86. And Play Sand in the 50-pound bag is a red-hot 2 bags for $3. If you've got a hot project, then come in for Time Out Hot Buys Thursday through Saturday at Builders Square.
We'll get you squared away.
Only from the mind of Minolta. Introducing the Watchdog Copier, Minolta's revolutionary CS Pro series. Hidden electronic watchdogs guard against misfeeding and miscopying.
Good watchdog.
It 3-hole punches inside the machine.
Nice watchdog.
So intelligent, it calls for service by itself.
Smart watchdog.
It's touching how people care for their Watchdog Copier.
Your business's best friend and watchdog. Kabinski Business Machines, 4525 West Ridge Road.
The Ohio 20-yard line. Dan Canal, Todd Blackledge. Downstairs we have Greg Mace and Dennis Owens. We'll be hearing from them soon. And Streeter. 2 receivers left and 1 right, and Harris the lone setback. The throw is tipped, but may have been caught inside the 5. It's so a terrific reception by Corey Jones, the All-American out of Conestoga Valley.
They went with the quick slant, and a great job by Corey Jones just keeping his concentration on the football. The ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. He had to slow down and also kind of lean back for the football. Watch the quick 3-step drop. And a nice penetration by the Ohio defensive line. But look, great concentration by Corey Jones and a clean catch. He got both hands under the football. Watch him find the football, slow down, and then reach back behind him for the catch. That's a big league catch by Corey Jones.
Ahmed Plummer on the cover. First and goal, 16-yard reception. The give is to Cobbs. He's in, touchdown, Pennsylvania. 9 plays, 42 yards, and Pennsylvania takes the lead in this Big 33 Football Classic. Melvin Cobbs with the touchdown run.
When you're in a one-back offense, there's very few running plays you can actually run. One is the counter trap. The first time in this series they tried to run that play, Ohio stuffed it. That time they got the backside guard and tackle through, and a nice hole into the end zone for Melvin Cobbs.
Mapes will attempt the point-after touchdown kick. Holding is Chad Krell. The kick is up. And it's good. So with 2:24 left in the opening quarter, Pennsylvania scores first and takes a 7-0 lead. We're going to look again at the run by Cobbs.
Watch the right side of your screen. You see the backside guard, Mike Gimbel, and Noel LaMontagne, the right tackle pull. One guy kicks out. The other guy leads through. Right there you see 78. He's the lead-through lineman. Noel LaMontagne got a great block right about the 2-yard line and allowed Melvin Cobbs to get into the end zone. It's impressive to see a big guy, 6'5", 315, LaMontagne is. You see him get around the corner and still be able to get a body on somebody. Good footwork, good balance down around the goal line.
Very agile. So Cobbs with the touchdown. 7-0 Pennsylvania. So look at a excited Pennsylvania bench. Melvin Cobbs scoring that touchdown. Greg Mace is downstairs. And Pennsylvania with the lead. Greg?
With a guy who made a big catch coming up here, Corey Jones. Corey, give me a little idea of the pace of the game here so far.
Right now, I think it's all in our favor right now. Right now, our defense is doing real well. And the looks that the D-backs are giving, we feel like the passing attack is there all day.
Any sense of nerves at all coming out here?
I was on usually calm today. I don't know why, but, you know, I feel comfortable right now, and I feel like the whole offensive unit feels like we can pretty much do what we want to.
All right, Corey, good luck. Continued success. Corey Jones made one of the big catches there. Dan?
All right, Greg, Torrance Wilson on the return to about the 24-yard line, spun down by Dan Kreider. Kreider's an interesting kid. Going Division I 2A to New Hampshire, but a lot of people think he may literally grow into a pro prospect. He's got a lot of skills.
Yeah, and a fine linebacker. He was also a great running back, so you know he's got the speed and the quickness and the ability to run. And I'll tell you what, when you play linebacker anymore in college football at any level, you got to be able to run, and Dan Kreider sure can do that.
They give on the counter, and that's Majoy, and he's drilled down at the 25-yard line. 7-0 Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania's drive absorbing 4 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock. 42-yard drive, and
take a look at the inside counter play. Kind of fake the option with Willie Spencer. He is definitely an option threat and kind of hand it back to Rob Majoy. Again, he's got the quickness and the great burst. Want to try to get the ball in his hands as many times as they can tonight, but that time, good job staying at home by Mark Lapadula, the defensive left tackle.
Faking the counter, Spencer, and he takes it himself. A lot of open space, he can fly, and he is finally dragged down at the 40-yard line by Ascari Adams out of Cumberland Valley High.
I just mentioned he is definitely an option threat. They just faked the exact same play. That time, Willie Spencer shows you that for a big guy at 6'4", 205 pounds, he's got great speed as well. They faked the counter. He took it out to the corner, and once he got to the corner, he got those shoulders squared upfield. Watch, they faked the same action, inside dive. That time, Lapadula didn't stay at home. He got sucked in with the fake, and look at Spencer run out on the perimeter. Nice job by the big guy running down the sideline.
Good job by Adams to catch him. Again, Spencer fakes and tosses it for grabs, and it rolls out of bounds. It'll remain Ohio's ball. Rich Bukowski up on the tackle as Spencer with a dangerous pitch there.
Talked about the running game, how difficult it is. As you take a look at the head Pennsylvania coach, George Novak, it's very difficult to get a solid running game put in 1 week, and particularly an option attack. But Willie Spencer is such a good option quarterback that John Nemec, the head coach at Ohio, wanted to at least get a couple option plays in because that is really a strength of Willie Spencer's.
Obed and Majoy left. The toss is up from Majoy. Dives in. Did he come up with a no? It's incomplete. The pass is incomplete. It looked like he had possession momentarily, but not enough. And Adams was on the cover. Almost a great catch there.
Yeah, almost a great catch and a pretty good throw by Willie Spencer. They went with a little combination route, and Majoy outran his man to the sideline. You can see him lay out for it, and he had the ball at that point, but when he hit the ground, the ball kind of popped out. Didn't really have it clean as he was going to the ground. Nice throw by Willie Spencer. Take a look again here as it comes over the shoulder. He tries to pull it in, but he never had it cleanly as he hit the ground. Came out. That's a close one. I'll tell you. Rob Majoy did a nice job trying to pull that ball in.
Majoy heading to Illinois. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. 7-0 Pennsylvania. Spencer looking left, now throwing over the middle. He has a man complete. It's Furry down at the 4-yard line.
Now, Willie Spencer, I want you to know how strong his arm is right now. Willie Spencer started to leave the pocket. He started to move to his left and then stopped right where he was and threw back across his body to the right side of the field and just threw that ball effortlessly. Watch him as he goes back. He's going to drift to his left. Now he's going to spot his receiver and just throw it back across his body. Never got his feet turned around. That's all arm strength. Just flick of the wrist out there for the big completion down inside the 10.
Adams on the tackle. And it's Ohio knocking on the door now with 24 seconds left. 37-yard completion. And the flag, the give, was to Holiday, Murad Holiday, but a flag on the play.
Probably going to be an illegal motion on the offense of Ohio. I think they had an illegal formation. Yeah, illegal. They had one too many guys. That's why it was illegal.
Math was a little off there, and John Nemick wants a timeout. John Nemick, the head coach of Ohio out of Kent Roosevelt High School, and first and goal for Ohio. How important for Ohio to answer so quickly to Pennsylvania's drive?
Well, I think it's very important. I think it's important for this first group of offensive players that are in the game because they've been in the whole first quarter, and this is the first good drive that they've put together. A lot of these guys, they'll make some substitution. There'll be some other offensive players playing in the second quarter, so it's important for them to respond and keep this game right within striking distance.
Ohio wants a timeout. John Nemick looking a little flustered there, and as Furry comes over, maybe a little indecision in the Ohio huddle as we look over at the Pennsylvania side. On an all-star game like this, one thing we talked about as far as the rules go, we talked about the defense, 5-2, man coverage. We talked about 40% pass plays. The other thing I think that's critical is that every player has to play at least 15 plays. This is to showcase the kids.
Right.
And I can't imagine making a team like this and riding the pine all night.
Yeah, or only getting your plays, and those 15 plays have to be, at least 10 of them have to be scrimmage plays as well. So it's not just running down on kickoffs or being on the punt team. They got to get actual playing time at their respective positions, and that's the only way you can do it. These are 34 of the best players in Pennsylvania and Ohio, and they each deserve to be here, and they each deserve equal amount of playing time.
Pennsylvania has scored on a Melvin Cobb's run. Ohio knocking on the door.
Knocking on the door, but a very critical penalty that time, having too many people on the field. They were down inside the 10-yard line with first down, and now they're back just inside the 20-yard line. It's still first down, but they can't get a first down without scoring a touchdown. They've got to score now from just inside the 20-yard line.
It's Furry left.
Look for an out route to Furry. He's got a very tight split with the wide side of the field to work with.
In the slot, Majoy. Play action. Spencer avoids the tackle. Tries to get rid of it. It's loose. And it may be Pennsylvania's ball, or is it? Apparently they're saying he's down. Very close.
See, Willie Spencer is used to being able to make plays when he gets out on the perimeter like that, but he's playing in a game tonight where the competition is every bit as good of athletes as he is, and he gets to the outside, but he doesn't protect the football very well. You can see good penetration that time coming to the inside. Anthony Cleary forced Spencer to put the ball down and looked like a fumble.
We're going to take a timeout. It's 7-0 Pennsylvania. This is the Big 33 Television Network.
Nebraska coach Tom Osborne believes that the sport of football is not about hype. It's about performance and facts. Fact, the average college linebacker weighs around 220 pounds. Fact, the average play lasts 5 seconds. Fact, the average linebacker will hit at least 64 times in a game. The Adidas Strong Side Turf Trainer. Get ready or get beat.
Is now the time to get advice on college loans? At PNC Bank, we say the time couldn't be better. If you need financial aid, our Education Loan Center is devoted solely to helping you. In fact, since 1965, we've helped over 1 million families find the best way to pay for college. So call the Education Loan Center at PNC Bank, because there's no time like the present to prepare for the future.
I'd do it in a second. The fans will dig it. They've waited long enough. I've just got to get the other lads to agree. I think I can convince them. I'll say, lads, the time has come to eat our pizza. Crust first.
Good idea, Ringo. Cool.
Stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut with cheese baked into a new, thinner crust. You'll want to eat it crust first. Now with free garlic dipping sauce.
Wrong, lads.
Large is $9.99.
Planning a family project this weekend? Get hip to the Square.
Builder's Square is the stop that gets your project going. Painting the house, building a backyard playground, landscaping, any spruce up or fix up at all. This weekend, you've got the time, and Builder's Square has everything else at great square deal prices. Builder's Square.
We'll get you squared away.
This will be huge for the Ohio momentum if they could put it in here, stem the tide of Pennsylvania. Here they go, back upstairs.
2nd and 22. LaJoy is split right. Murad Holiday, the lone running back. And Spencer looking for Majoy, trying to find Majoy, maybe trying to force it, and Majoy gets tangled up with Bryn Boggs out of Downingtown. It was pretty easy to read.
Well, Ohio tried to go with the same thing, make the three-step pump fake and then go to the end zone, but Bryn Boggs was not fooled at all. He never bid on the fake, and you can see great job by Bryn Boggs. When a cornerback is in that position, turns his body, Majoy has to run through him to try to get to the football. That's a great play on the corner by Bryn Boggs.
So early in this game, a significant third down play for Ohio. Ohio originally had the ball first and goal at the 4. But again, the costly penalty. Now it's 3rd and 22. Majoy split right. Triple set left, and Spencer falls, slipping at the 27-yard line. Canardi with some pressure there, along with Darnell Dinkins.
Yeah, Darnell Dinkins had a great pass rush coming from the weak side. He was running right through the tailback, Murad Holiday. If Spencer wouldn't have fell down, Dinkins would have got the sack. Watch him come off the corner. He runs right past the tailback, Holiday. He was right in position for the big sack. Dinkins was a high school quarterback himself at Shenley, PA, down in Pittsburgh, and playing the defensive end, going to the University of Pittsburgh, probably be an outside linebacker and be able to do something like that. Use his quickness and athletic ability to be a dominant pass rushing type player.
Looks like Ohio's going to attempt a field goal. The timeout has been called by Pennsylvania. Josh McDaniels would be the kicker in this situation. Be about a 45-yarder, which be a significant boot in this ballgame.
Well, he tied a school record at Canton McKinley this past season with a 47-yard field goal, and I mentioned earlier he's also an outstanding quarterback. He will not play quarterback in the game. He has to just kick only, but as a quarterback at McKinley, he led his team to 7 come-from-behind wins in the 4th quarter or in overtime, and that just says to me that this is a guy who knows how to play the game. He's a coach's son. He understands the game of football, and when the game's on the line, it was awful good to have the football in Josh McDaniels' hands or let his foot do the talking, as they get a chance to do now with the long field goal attempt.
And you know he's making good decisions back there at 4th in a class of 412 academically. Smart kid. It's not often that the kickers get showcased in this game. I can't remember in the many years I've been following this game that I've seen a boot attempted this long, but they've even been talking about some way at halftime to showcase how good these kickers are, because the rules of the game really aren't conducive to the late field goals or for that matter, the early field goals, but boy, watching them in practice is special.
Plus, kickers are normally so accustomed to having their own center, their own holder, and to get a new guy, a new center, and a new holder is tough in 1 week.
Kick is up by McDaniels, and it is good! A 45-yard field goal by Josh McDaniels. 11 plays, 48 yards, and Ohio's on the board at 7-3. We'll be back with more of the Big 33 Football Classic.
Hi, I'm Larry Loretti. Why is Pro Golf Discount America's favorite golf store? Big discounts on name brand equipment. I mean big discounts. Because I'm a professional golfer on the senior tour, people ask me where they can buy the best golf equipment for the best prices. That's easy. Pro Golf Discount. And remember, only Pro Golf guarantees the best price on the same equipment, or it's free. That's why Pro Golf Discount is America's favorite golf store.
Pro Golf Discount, 3737 West 12th Street.
Is your job security up in the air? Do you have a job with limited pay and no future? If so, now's the time to look at new options, to consider your choices, and to make changes. Your future is only as secure as your skills, so invest in yourself and get the skills to continue to offer employment and security. Careers in business administration, computers, secretarial, paralegal, and court reporting. Call Tri-State Business Institute now at 838-7673. That's 838-7673.
Home Sweet Affordable Homes from Pat & Pete's Mobile Homes, the complete shopping mart for all your housing needs. Today more than ever, housing is a serious business, and at Pat & Pete's we don't take it lightly. You tell us what you need and leave the rest to the experts in the mobile home business. Come in today. We're celebrating all year at Pat & Pete's, and if you're into jackets, you gotta see mine.
It's Harris, Petit, and Drayton deep for Pennsylvania as we look at Josh McDaniels, who just put Ohio on the board with a 45-yarder. Second quarter, 7-3. Keystone Staters leading it. Harris cutting it left and across the 35 and dives his way past the 40. He was knocked down by Toby McKee. So again, good field position for Pennsylvania. There's such a Penn State and Ohio State influence here. 10 of these players will go to Penn State, 9 from the Pennsylvania squad, 1 from the Ohio squad, 11 will go to Ohio State, 10 from the Ohio squad, 1 from the Pennsylvania squad. It's almost got that Big Ten feel to it.
Yeah, it does, and really Pittsburgh did a much better job this year. They've got 5 players in this ball game that are coming to the University of Pittsburgh, so they're well represented in the ball game as well. New quarterback in is Mark Bolger. He played at Pittsburgh Central Catholic, the same high school that produced Dan Marino, and he's going to West Virginia University.
Brian Coleman was in on the stop. Rashawn Drayton with the carry. Drayton going to Florida State.
Here's the counter trap by Pennsylvania. Pull the guard, lead the tackle through. That time, Drayton got a little bit impatient. He ran before his left tackle, Stankiewicz, could get in front of him. He went in there without his blocker and didn't gain many yards because of it.
Bulger from a very prominent football family. Both his dad and granddad played quarterback at Notre Dame. He's back, goes over the middle and behind, but was it pulled in by Cromartie? No, incomplete. Jermaine Cromartie, I believe, or is that Bennett over there? It's Cromartie. But Bulger, I mean, there's so many great athletes in this game. As we look again at the replay, Bulger was the #1 pitcher on his baseball team in his first year out for the sport.
Well, that's 2 plays and 2 passes to Cromartie where he had to stop and try to make an adjustment to the ball. And again, we mentioned this is his first week working as a wide receiver. He's going to the University of Kansas. He has great speed and the ability to catch the football. It's a little different playing wide out than it is catching the ball out of the backfield.
Bulger throwing right, and he overthrows Troy Davidson. And that'll bring up 4th and long.
We can see Bulger a little bit dejected. That was a ball that should have been caught. That was a well-thrown ball. The pass to Cromartie, he threw a little bit behind him, but this was a good throw. Right on the outside of his receiver, he led him to the sideline. Both hands on the football. Davidson has to come down with that catch. Take a look at it again. It's a difficult in the sense that he has to go up in the air, but he gets both hands on it. It's a good place to put that ball. Away from the defender. Let your guy catch it as he's going to the sideline. If he catches it, he can turn upfield and gain a few more yards.
Mapes back to kick. And Winfield will field it at the 18-yard line. Cuts it left. And spun down by by Julian Graham, first on the tackle at about the 34-yard line. We'll be right back. It's Pennsylvania by 4 on the Big 33 Football Classic.
If over 200 brokerage firms, mutual fund managers, and financial institutions from around the world advise their customers with the help of investment research from PNC Bank, well then, why not just go into PNC Bank?
Planning a family project this weekend? Get hip to the Square.
Builder's Square is a stop that gets your project going. Painting the house, building a backyard playground, landscaping, any spruce up or fix up at all. Get a great square deal on Roundup Grass and Weed Killer in the ready-to-use 1-gallon container. Just $12.46 at Builder's Square.
We'll get you squared away.
It's preseason, and every wide receiver has just one goal. The 40 and 4.3. The Adidas 4.3 turf training. Get ready or get beat.
Back on the Pennsylvania sideline with quarterback Brandon Stritter. Give me a little sense. Has it been hard to get into a flow rhythm offensively?
I think the first series, we had to get used to it. We all had the butterflies. And after the first series, I think we got it going. The linemen were blocking well. I had a lot of time, and we marched down the field and scored, so it was good.
So you feel the pace is getting better now?
Yeah, definitely is.
All right, Brandon Streeter, quarterback for Pennsylvania. Back to you, Dan.
All right, Craig, it's Torrance Wilson on the carry to about the 40-yard line. Darnell Dinkins on the tackle, along with Brandon Short, and a gain of about 7.
Yeah, pretty good run that time by Torrance Wilson. New quarterback in, Craig Kantz for Ohio.
Week, and I do my part during the game to try to keep us close.
And you were certainly ready for the 45-yarder. Is that your longest?
Yes, and I mean this week we haven't tried a lot of field goals live this week. That certainly was a relief when it went in.
Josh, thanks a lot.
Heck of a kick by that kid. The give, left side, and a fumble on the play, and Pennsylvania recovers. Torrance Wilson on the carry, on the give from Kantz in at quarterback, and Rich Budkowski recovers the fumble for Pennsylvania. Again, the Keystoneers inside Ohio territory.
Well, we just mentioned Wilson did a nice job running on first down. That time he had a nice little hole, but I think it might have been Henry Potee got a hand in there and stripped that ball out, playing the corner position. Potee doing a nice job against the pass and the run tonight so far for Pennsylvania.
The quarterback is Bulger. The man in motion is Chafee Fields. Bulger trying to avoid some pressure, but he is dragged down inside Pennsylvania territory at about the 48-yard line. Good penetration there. Brian Coleman in on the sack. Coleman heading to Syracuse, 6'3", 270 out of Cuyahoga Falls. It's been a rough start for Bulger.
Yeah, it has. He had a couple passes dropped, and this time it was just like the old sieve protection. Nobody blocked anybody. They came from everywhere on the inside, and whenever you get penetration up the middle, as you see that time, Mike Ganto, 65, was the first white shirt to cross the face of the quarterback. It's tough to get your feet set and throw the football.
This time, Pennsylvania trying the right side, and the give was to Rashawn Drayton. Back inside Ohio territory at about the 47-yard line. Juwan Arbor in on the tackle out of Central Catholic. He's going to Miami of Ohio. There's Bulger.
Kind of a gut check time for the Ohio defense. You don't want to let this game get out of hand here in the first half, and your offense turns the ball over, and it's called transition defense. How do you play when you have to come off the bench and make a quick transition? The Ohio defense so far in the first 2 plays of this drive holding up very well.
Split left, Fields and Davidson. Rolling left is Bulger. Looking left He has Davidson! Touchdown! Pennsylvania! 48 yards! Well, no sooner do you say it's gut check time and they get burned.
Well, that was a great play by the quarterback, Mark Bulger, because he had Davidson open early, but it looked like he was going to get tackled. He couldn't throw the ball on time when Davidson was open originally. He had to pull it down, buy himself a little extra time, set his feet, reload, and then make the throw. Great heads-up play by the quarterback, Mark Bulger.
Chad Crowell will hold. It's Matt Mates out of Williamsport, heading to Duke. The kick is up, and it's good. 3 plays, a 47-yard touchdown pass. It's 14-3 Pennsylvania. This is the Big 33 Television Network.
You've heard of the 4 C's for identifying diamonds, but have you ever heard about Fisher Jewelers Magic Diamonds? Well, a magic diamond is a diamond whose regular price is the same or better than somebody else's 50% off or 70% off, or even will match your down payment diamond. And magic diamonds are the only diamonds Fisher Jewelers carries. Diamonds whose value is unquestionable and whose good looks can be yours in whatever setting you can dream up. Remember, magic diamonds at Fisher Jewelers, 1012 State Street. Sooner or later, your favorite jeweler.
Building or remodeling? Legion now features quality kitchen and bath cabinetry for every budget and price range. Let Legion's design staff create a beautiful new kitchen or bath for you using quality cabinetry and Kohler fixtures. Kohler faucets and Kohler whirlpools that fit every decor and lifestyle, from classic to contemporary.
Legion Supply, good things for your home, great things for your life.
Legion Supply, 4818 Peach.
A new name comes to Street Track and Trail in Conty of Lake, and that name is Nissan. Nissan gives you a lot of great reasons to consider us for your next vehicle. Reasons like Nissan trucks, Quest minivans, Maxima, Altima, and Sentra sedans, and Pathfinders. And we're making Nissan the best buy in the tri-state region by giving you a variety of purchase plans to fit your needs. Watch for our weekly specials in the Erie Times, Meadville Tribune, and Venango papers. Nissan and Street Track and Trail. You'll like the combination.
Well, here it is, and as you mentioned, Todd, a real good maneuver by Bulger here.
Watch, right there is he's open. He couldn't make the throw. Now watch him just duck under the tackle of Courtney Ledyard, reload, keep his composure, and get the ball downfield. And a nice job by Davidson hauling it in for the touchdown.
At the 5-yard line, Wilson on the return across the 25 for Ohio. Let's go downstairs to Greg Mays.
And with the guy who just made that big catch, Troy Davidson. Man, you had a couple of steps on him there. Great catch.
Yeah, the defensive backs, they didn't react the way I expected them to. So I got thrown off a little bit, but I just stuck with my pattern. Bulger threw a great ball. I just had to wait for it and look it in.
You feel like you guys are getting more of an offensive rhythm now?
Yes, I am. Yes, the defense is really tough. They're playing the way I expected them to. So on the offense, what you got to do is just produce.
All right.
In the game.
Great play. Troy Davidson, he's off to the University of Maryland after the Big 33 game. Dan?
All right, Greg, the quarterback is Craig Kant out of East Lake North, going to Eastern Michigan. He throws right, and the ball is dropped by Vanes Probit.
I expect to see Kant, with him in the ball game, they go a little bit more straight drop back. He's more of a drop back quarterback, 6'3", 195 out of East Lake North High School, and he needs some good things to happen for him. Ohio needs to get a big play right here. Vanessa Provitt trying to get a little simple completion. Just didn't look it in all the way. Wanted to maybe try to run before he made the catch. But Ohio needs to get a big play from a wide receiver. They need to get a pass, guy maybe break a tackle, and a big play offensively to get him out of this little bit of a rut offensively that they're in right now.
Again, as Provitt split right in the slot right is Nathan Schaefer. And Kant again back to throw. Some pressure, dumps it left, and nearly intercepted around the 38-yard line. Henry Poteet was there on the coverage, and maybe a misread route there.
I think there was a miscommunication in the huddle, because as you look down the field, watch Schaefer. He's blocking downfield. He's not even looking to catch a pass. He must have thought it was a running play. He's blocking his man. Never did look. As far as Craig Kantz was concerned, he was the #1 target on the play.
So it's 3rd down and 10. 6:05 to go in the opening half. 14-3, Pennsylvania leads Ohio. And the draw. And dragged down at the 30-yard line was Holiday. Brandon Short in on the tackle. And it'll be 4th and long for the Buckeyes. Downstairs, Dennis Owens.
I think they're about to quit because take a look at this guy, Brian Coleman. He's got tattoos here. You ready to quit?
Oh, I'm not ready to quit. The defensive line is handling. We're too big, we're too strong, we're too fast. Give us some time. This is going to be our game. This is our game.
Back upstairs.
You gotta love that kid. The Ohio version of Dennis Rodman. McDaniels, a low end-over-end kick, and taken by Potee, and he breaks a tackle, breaks another across the 40, and then tackle at about the 41, 42-yard line. So not a good series for Ohio. They give up the football. In on the tackle was Joanne Armour, along with Nathan Schaefer, and Pennsylvania football. And it's Streeter back at quarterback for the Keystoners. It was Melvin Cobbs opening the scoring here with a 2-yard run. 45-yard field goal by McDaniels, and then the 47-yard strike from Bulger to Davidson, and Pennsylvania has the 14-3 lead. Fumble by Streeter, and it's Ohio football at the 41-yard line. A break for the Buckeyes with 4:45 to go here in the second quarter.
Well, you heard Brian Coleman say, stick with us. Our defensive line's too tough. That time, Brandon Streeter maybe pulled out a little too soon. And, you know, when you're switching quarterbacks one series to the next, the center kind of gets used to the feel of one quarterback. No two quarterbacks feel the same for any center. And that time, not a clean exchange between the center, Josh George, and Brandon Streeter.
And it costs Pennsylvania. Let's see if Ohio can take advantage here and get back in this ball game, trailing by 11.
Willie Spencer back in the ball game for Ohio at quarterback.
Option, and Spencer is drilled. That'll be a 2-yard loss. Brandon Short, we talked about him at the top of the show. And
what a quick reaction by Brandon Short. As soon as he read that option, he flew through the line of scrimmage and made the play. You can't see him in your screen. He's going to come from the right-hand corner. He reads option. He comes all the way across the formation. There he is, 43, and just made a beeline to the quarterback, Willie Spencer. That is a great play by the inside linebacker, Brandon Short, and he is every bit deserving of his All-American status that he earned this year as a senior in high school.
McKeesport with its first Quad A state title, and he was instrumental. Spencer throwing right, and Provitt, it's intercepted. Bryn Boggs, 40, and knocked out of bounds at about the 36-yard line by Ron LaJoy. It should have been a completion for Ohio. It's turned back the other way.
Well, they tried to throw the little quick hitch pattern 2 times now to Vaness Provitt. One time he dropped it. That time he did the worst thing that he could do, tip the ball up in the air. And normally when a ball gets tipped up in the air like that, bad things happen. That time Bryn Boggs came up with the interception. Watch, good throw by Willie Spencer, but he didn't catch it with his hands. He tried to let it come into his shoulder pads. It bounced right up in the air, and Bryn Boggs right on the spot for the interception.
29-yard return by Boggs. Back set in the eye behind Streeter. The pitch is to Shapey Field. Cuts it around the corner and inside the 35. A gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and long for Pennsylvania.
Pretty good block that time out on the outside by the tight end, Brian Arndt, number 89 out of Pittsburgh Central Catholic, going to Boston College. And Boston College, they've had some great tight ends. Pete Mitchell just graduated from BC. Before that, they had a guy named John Chimura that was an outstanding tight end. So they've had the ability to recruit top-notch tight ends, blocking tight ends and receiving tight ends. And Brian Arndt out of Pittsburgh Central Catholic, maybe the next in that long line of great tight ends at BC.
The word on him, very agile, great balance, good blocker. Streeter rolling left, throwing left, and the pass is complete to Mike Bennett. And that'll be good for the first down, and Bennett saw that first down marker and a very nice route there.
Yeah, great timing that time by Brandon Streeter and Mike Bennett. They knew what they needed for the first down, and you like to see that in your wide receiver. If he's got a 6-yard route, but he needs 7 yards for a first down, take it that 1 or 2 extra yards. Make sure you get the first down. That time, nice job by Mike Bennett, and good timing with the quarterback, Brandon Streeter.
Bennett was an all-star in basketball and baseball. Again, the versatility of these kids. He's a 400-meter champion in track as a freshman, so you know he can fly. Streeter has Harris, but the throw is over the middle and complete. And the reception on the play to Corey Jones.
Nice job by Pennsylvania going to a lot of quick throws. They're not letting their quarterback hold the ball very long. You can see a lot of 3-step drops. Watch the inside-outside. Fields breaks to the outside. Jones finds the soft spot in the defense and sits right down in the opening right there. Nice job by Corey Jones helping his quarterback find the opening in the defense.
So 2nd and 3 with 2:21 to go and the clock running here in the second quarter. Pennsylvania with the lead 14-3. Streeter, the quick throw again. This time it's overthrown. Intended for Cromartie.
Little miscommunication that time. That was a 1-step drop by the quarterback, Brandon Streeter, and you can see him saying, my bad. He just got that ball up a little bit high. A 1-step drop. You want to get it right to the receiver as quick as you can, and just too high for Cromartie to come down with the catch. You know, when you're not used to working live against defensive pass rushes, you're not used to seeing hands in your face and having to come down on the throw and really throw with people in your face. And that time, Brandon Streeter just didn't get down on the football enough, and the ball kind of sailed on him.
Again, it's the one-back set. The give this time. Harris is inside the 15, inside the 10, still on his feet. And he stepped out of bounds apparently at the 5-yard line. Harris with a nifty bit of running.
But they've been throwing the quick throws out of the one-back set, spreading the Ohio defense out. This time they spread them out and they give it to the fullback, a little dive play. You see the linebacker on the inside right there. Juwan Armour took a wrong step. He stepped to the inside. Harris broke to the outside, and he had a clean path to the sideline. Nice balance on the sideline by Aaron Harris.
Again, heading to Penn State, Aaron Harris. Streeter.
Look for the slant route to the big receiver down here, Bennett, to the bottom of the screen.
It's the give this time again to Harris. He's inside the 5, but then driven right back. Good penetration. Among those on the tackle, Courtney Ledyard. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
See, they have a mismatch, although they're taking Bennett out of the ball game. They had Bennett, who's 6'4" as a wide receiver, working against Antoine Winfield with a lot of field to work with. They tried to go with the running play, and a nice job that time by the free safety, Percy King, number 22, coming up for the tackle.
Terrific initial penetration by King. And then Ledyard with the finish. Forward progress to the 4-yard line, where it's 2nd down with 1:18 to go in the first half. Streeter rolling left, throwing left, and good coverage, and it's incomplete. On the cover was Antoine Winfield.
Yeah, that was a great cover, Dan. You mentioned Antoine Winfield. Before he had the tall receiver. This time he's matched up against a guy his own height, Corey Jones, and he did a great job just staying right with Jones. Jones tried to take him to the inside and break it to the out, but it was an outstanding coverage by Antoine Winfield. A pretty good throw, too, by Streeter. Watch as he rolls to his left. He thinks he has a touchdown, but great reactions by Antoine Winfield. Gets a hand in there and knocks the ball down.
Terrific athletic move by Winfield. 3rd down.
They think he's going to go to Ohio State and play right away for them in their defensive backfield. They're that high on him down in Columbus.
Cromartie split left, and again Streeter rolls that way. Looking, he's got room, tosses it, touchdown, Jermaine Cromartie.
Brandon Streeter right there just played a little game of cat and mouse with Antoine Winfield. Winfield was the guy who was covering the wide receiver. And as Streeter got to the corner and made the move to the corner, he just waited to see what Winfield was going to do. If Winfield came up on him, he was going to dump the pass off. If he stayed back on the receiver, he was going to run it in. And Winfield was really in a no-win situation.
It was 8 plays, 36 yards as we look at it again.
Take a look as Streeter gets to the corner. Now Winfield is in coverage. And as soon as he sees the quarterback look like he's going to run, he left his man Cromartie and tried to make a tackle on the quarterback, and Streeter, with great presence, just waited and then flipped the ball. There's Winfield. You see him go for the quarterback. He left his man all alone. It's not zone defense. There's no one else there to cover him if you leave your man. And that time, Brandon Streeter made him pay for it.
Time of the drive, 2 minutes and 33 seconds as Cromartie gets his congratulations from Aaron Brady and then Mark Lapadula. So, Todd, it looked as though Ohio would crawl back in this game off the recovered fumble, but then the tipped pass, and Pennsylvania takes quick advantage.
Yeah, and really the difference in the ball game is that Pennsylvania has been able to take advantage of their turnovers and good field position, and Ohio has not been able to. Ohio gave the ball right back with the interception. And credit Brandon Streeter, too, in that drive, utilizing the clock. He didn't run a hurry-up offense, but he let the clock run down. He managed the time very well and was able to get his team in the end zone right before halftime.
We had an injured Ohio player on the play, Percy King. As we await the point-after touchdown kick, see a little dejection in the faces there, understandably, on the Ohio side. Beautiful night, we should say, and Hershey, a bit warm, as you might imagine, in the latter stages of July, but certainly not quite as warm and humid as it's been up here in the Northeast for a good part of this month. Jermaine Cromartie with the touchdown catch. Mapes is ready to try to tack another point on. That kick is up, and it is perfect.
Well, that's a strong leg there, too. We saw Josh McDaniel with the long field goal, but that's a great leg by Matt Mapes. No question on those extra points.
Plenty of room to spare. It's 21-3. And for a while, looking like we'd have the thriller, but right now, Pennsylvania in full control. We call this the Super Bowl of high school football. The people who run this game are so proud of it, and there's never been a Big 33 game, as Greg Mace mentioned, without an alumnus of the Big 33. Lately, the scores have started to replicate the Super Bowl scores, in that we're having trouble getting ourselves one of those white knucklers.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of time left in the ball game, and again, as we mentioned, the rules are set up that a quarterback still can catch on fire and make some big plays, and they're going to have to get that. Ohio is from either Willie Spencer or Craig Kantz in the second half. But also another rule is, that they set up the game that if a team is 9 points down at any point in the game, they can receive an additional kickoff. They can get the ball back 2 times in a row, and so that rule was put in to try to keep the game close, and it looks like Ohio may be having to use that rule to their benefit in the second half.
It's 21-3, a minute 3 left in the first half. 3 men deep for Ohio. Torrance Wilson along with Antoine Winfield and Rod Holliday as Mapes gets set to kick it off.
Should mention they're kicking off from the 35-yard line, which is a little bit different for these guys as well.
Ball is tumbled, but then picked up, and Winfield is spun down at about the 22-yard line as tempers flare a bit across the way. Couldn't find the handle, Antoine Winfield, but Ohio has it with 55 seconds to go here in the half.
Mentioned where some of these players are going. Ohio State and Penn State very well represented. Pittsburgh, Syracuse has 3 players. Miami of Ohio has 3 players. Interestingly enough, Notre Dame, 0 players in the ball game going to the University of Notre Dame, and that's probably been the first time in a long time that nobody's going to Notre Dame playing in the Big 33 game.
Willie Spencer looking for Majoy, and the pass is caught at the 30. Majoy trying to keep his feet, showing some terrific athletic ability there, and he's finally driven out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So substantial gain there, and they stop the clock as Majoy goes out of bounds. It's first down for Ohio. Take a look at big Willie Spencer.
you know, even if Ohio doesn't score any points on this drive, if they can just sustain a few things, if they can get a couple completions in a row and get their confidence before they go into the locker room, it'd do a lot for Willie Spencer.
Spencer looks as Short chasing him, throws sidearm. He's got a man all alone, and boy, has that ever been a story for Ohio in the first half here. The pass was intended for Toby McKee, and it appeared to hit him in the face mask.
Yeah. That's one of the things that Willie Spencer can really do as he goes to the University of Akron next year. When things break down, he can get out of the pocket. He's got the height that he can still see. And look at that. He just flicks his wrist. He's running to the sideline and throws a perfect strike about 35 yards down the field that Toby McKee can't make the catch on. But Willie Spencer, I mean, that's a great athletic play. Rolling to his left, kind of flicks it back across his body, but throws a perfect throw downfield to McKee.
Well, you mentioned arm strength. What a quality that is for that young man. But again, to no avail as the pass was dropped. Second down, and Spencer looking left. Again, sheds some trouble, throws it up, and it is caught inside the 15-yard line. Mike Furry out of Hilliard. Bryn Boggs on the cover, and Ohio may be in business here.
And again, Willie Spencer made that throw without having his feet set. They got good pressure. Pennsylvania did. They collapsed the pocket. They forced him to step up into the pocket, and he just kind of threw that as he was moving up in the pocket. Again, the flick of the wrist about 45 yards down the field, and a big play for Ohio. Now they're definitely in touchdown range.
45-yard completion, and the injured player is Darnell Dinkins, being tended to by the medical staff and coaching staff of Pennsylvania.
See, the thing about the rules of this game with no free safety is you can make that throw. You can throw the ball up in the air and let your guy run to it because there's no safety who can come and make a helping play to help his guy out. So you know if there's no free safety, if your man has one step, just get the ball up in the air, let your guy run to the football and make a play. And that's exactly what Spencer did that time, throwing it up for Furry.
Happily, Darnell Dinkins appears to be fine. He's heading to Pitt. Todd talks about Pitt being represented very well. Johnny Majors was present at the awards banquet, which is so instrumental in the Big 33 festivities. That was last night at the Hershey Lodge and Convention Center. Johnny Majors representing Pitt.
It's important now for all the Ohio skill players to recognize there's only 15 seconds left in the ball game. They've got to know how many timeouts they've got, how they can stop the clock. You don't want to throw a pass in the middle of the field and get tackled and not be able to stop the clock. So look to Ohio to either throw it to the end zone or to the sideline here to make sure that they keep as much time as they can on that clock.
Wouldn't be surprised if Spencer goes right. Furry has a couple of catches now for 75 yards. He's looking left, though. He's going left. Provitt with a chance to redeem himself. Touchdown, Ohio! Fernez Provitt with a chance to redeem himself, and yes, he does. And Ohio's back in it.
That's a great throw by Willie Spencer, too. I mean, he just put it right over the shoulder, and what happened that time, Henry Potein never found the football. He got called for the interference on the big receiver, Provitt, but he never found the football. Willie Spencer threw it right past his head, and Provitt did a nice job, as you mentioned, concentrating on that one, bringing down the football with both hands.
Says a lot, too, that they go right back to Provitt. There he is, that young man. Got to be thrilled with that. As Ohio scores late here, just 10 seconds left.
Played at a great high school program for Phil Anarello over at Warren Harding High School. They've been good for a lot of years. And 6'3", when you throw that ball up around the end zone, you expect a guy that tall can go up over a smaller DB and make the catch.
The kick was no good. So it's 21-9. Pennsylvania with a 12-point lead, a 4-play, 77-yard drive by Ohio.
Take a look now. Willie Spencer, we've seen him throw on the run. Watch him throw with his feet set. Good drop back. He just lays it up in the air over the shoulder of Provitt, and you can see Henry Potein, number 20, never saw the football, but he knew he was beat, and he went ahead and tried to get the penalty to break up the touchdown catch. Watch number 20, never finds the football. There's Provitt. He knows where it is. And when you get in a situation like that, you know what it's like, Dan? It's just like a basketball player going up for a rebound. You're boxing out, and then you go up and try to catch the ball at the height of the jump. Watch. Great job by Provitt. He goes up, Poteet's got a hold of his right arm. He goes up with just his left arm and makes the catch for the touchdown.
Ironic, he's been open on a couple of occasions. That time you almost had to surgically remove Poteet from his uniform, and he still dragged it down. What a great catch that was. So it's 21-9, and Ohio certainly has room for a little momentum to feel a little bit better about their first half as we are in the waning moments.
And here's the situation we talked about where Ohio just scored the touchdown, but because they're down by 9 points or more, they can receive the kickoff. Now, there's only 10 seconds left, but they're hoping they can maybe get a big return here and then maybe throw it one more time to the end zone.
It's the 9-point rule. It cannot be done consecutively. In other words, if you're behind by, say, 25 or 28 and you score, you get the kickoff, but you don't get the subsequent kickoff if you score again. But it is designed to allow a team to get back in the ball game in a hurry, and if there were a little more time on the clock, I think John Nemick would be a happier man right now.
Most All-Star games are set up that way. They play the Senior Bowl that way and the Hula Bowl, and I did the Blue-Gray game. They had the same type of a rule, all with the idea of trying to keep the game as competitive as you possibly can.
Winfield at the 15-yard line. And across the 35, can they get timeout call? They do with 2 seconds left. Randy Homa in on the tackle along with Melvin Cobbs for Pennsylvania. Randy Homa is the Ohio State representative on the Pennsylvania squad. He's heading to Buckeye territory. So Winfield on the return. The ball at the 37.
You can see that John Nemick's out there in the huddle right now. They probably didn't even work on a Hail Mary play. They're probably putting it in right now with the idea, hey, we got 2 seconds, we got 1 shot. We just got to try to throw the ball up, maybe get a tip ball, maybe let Vaness Provitt, with his size, go up and try to make a big catch and hope that something good happens. But you don't normally practice a Hail Mary play. I mean, you've only got 1 week to put your offense in. You don't have time to practice the end of the game things as much as you would normally. Normally when you run a Hail Mary, you want to have one guy, your first receiver, try to go up and tip the ball. Then you have your trail receivers. They're the ones you want to make the catch. The first guy to go up, you don't want him to make the catch. You want him to just keep the ball alive and then have one of your trail receivers try to catch it on the rebound and take it the rest of the way in.
2 questions. 1, I would think we'll see Spencer scramble to give himself as much time as possible. 2, can he throw it that far?
Oh, he's got a strong arm. Now, he won't be able to throw it to the end zone from here, but even if he can throw it down around the 20-yard line, if the ball bounces correctly, you might be able to make a play. Anybody who watched Michigan and Colorado last year knows that anything is possible when you throw the ball up in the air.
Just ask the Wolverines. Willie Spencer. Straight drop. Throws it high and deep. Trying to move under it was Furry. And wow, that ball about 65 yards in the air. Incomplete. Let's go right downstairs. Dennis Owens.
John Nemick, coach of Ohio, I guess 21-9 feels a lot better than 21-3 going to the half.
Yeah, we had a couple of mistakes here that really hurt us, and Pennsylvania's playing good ball, but our kids are playing hard. We'll be all right.
You got some momentum going to the break. What do you tell the kids at halftime?
Number 1, we got the great field goal, and the kid made a nice catch on that last touchdown, but Vaness Provitt. So, there's something to look forward to. I think they're having some fun now, and they're getting into the swing of the game.
And I guess you showed you got quick strike capability, huh?
They sure do. They're a good group of kids.
Let's throw it back upstairs. Thanks, Coach.
All right, Dennis, it's 21-9. Pennsylvania leads in the high-flying Big 33 Football Classic. It's halftime. We'll be right back after this timeout. This is the Big 33 Television Network.
Nebraska coach Tom Osborne believes that the sport of football is not about hype. It's about performance and facts. Fact, the average college linebacker weighs around 220 pounds. Fact, the average play lasts 5 seconds. Fact, the average linebacker will hit at least 64 times in a game. The Adidas Strong Side Turf Trainer. Get ready or get beat.
Is now the time to get advice on college loans? At PNC Bank, we say the time couldn't be better. If you need financial aid, our Education Loan Center is devoted solely to helping you. In fact, since 1965, we've helped over 1 million families find the best way to pay for college. So call the Education Loan Center at PNC Bank, because there's no time like the present to prepare for the future.
This is the Kunzler name and logo. There's also your honest-to-goodness guarantee of quality, freshness, and great taste. Kunzler products sometimes cost a little bit more, but let me tell you why. We use only the finest, top-quality ingredients. It's been that way since 1901, and my great-grandfather started the Kunzler tradition of quality and excellence. We wouldn't have it any other way.
Kunzler, honest-to-goodness, great taste.
Planning a family project this weekend? Get hip to the Square.
Builder's Square is the stop that gets your project going. Painting the house, building a backyard playground, landscaping, any spruce up or fix up at all. This weekend, you've got the time, and Builder's Square has everything else at great square deal prices. Builder's Square.
We'll get you squared away.
Back live, Hershey, Pennsylvania, the chocolate capital of the world, where the Pennsylvania team leading Ohio here at halftime, 21-9. I'm Greg Mason. We're getting set for some great halftime activities. You're going to meet some of the players and some of the great special events that surround the Big 33. And you know, without question, the Big 33 brings together some of the best football players in Pennsylvania and Ohio. But that's not all these kids have to offer. Dennis Owens was in Ohio recently and found one of the best and brightest in the Buckeye State.
1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Mike Glassmeyer is right at home on the football field. The Turpin High School most valuable player is one of the most decorated linemen in Cincinnati history.
I was able to coach him in the East-West All-Star game as a center. He blocked the best players in Cincinnati. If you can block the best players in Cincinnati, I think you can block the best players anywhere.
But Mike also stares down real animals, like black rhinos and white tigers. He helps out at the Cincinnati Zoo.
Well, my grandma was a volunteer here, and she got me started in the whole thing, and then I would go out, help her with the animals, I get to hold the animals too, and we teach younger kids about the animals and what kind of stuff they did. And also as well, I'd learn too.
Mike has also learned the importance of family, which may be why he's in the Big Brother program. 13-year-old Bob Kirkham's glad he is.
He was a lot of fun to be with, and whenever he was doing activities with his friends, he always included me.
Mike spends his summers here on the Ohio River working on the docks, so sure there's plenty of time for jet skiing and boating. But the point is he stays as far away from a football field as he can. As you probably figured out by now, Mike Glassmeyer is much more than just a football player.
That's one thing, but I mean, like everybody's always saying, you go first day of practice and they hit your knee and you blow your knee out, and then what are you going to do? You got to be able to go through school, get an education, you got to experience things like the zoo. Just be a well-rounded kind of guy.
Whether or not Ohio outscores Pennsylvania in the Big 33, Mike Glassmeyer walks off the field tonight a winner.
Mike Glassmeyer's team started to make a little bit of a comeback here. They are trailing 21-9 at halftime. When we come back, we'll show you the real reason this Big 33 game is being played here in Hershey. We are live in the chocolate capital of the world. We'll be back with more action after the Big 33 Classic after these messages.
Hi, I'm Larry Loretti. Why is Pro Golf Discount America's favorite golf store? Big discounts on name brand equipment. I mean big discounts. Because I'm a professional golfer in a senior tour, people ask me where they can buy the best golf equipment for the best prices. That's easy. Pro Golf Discount. And remember, only Pro Golf guarantees the best price on the same equipment, or it's free. That's why Pro Golf Discount is America's favorite golf store.
Pro Golf Discount, 3737 West 12th Street.
It's hot. It's cool. It's fast. Premier Park and Water World. It's now.
If you've never been to Hammer's Furniture before and you're looking for affordable and durable furniture to fill that new apartment or house, then it's time you came to see us. At Hammer's Furniture on Route 20 in Northeast, we have everything you need, whether it's beds for the kids, bookcases for your college techs, dining room sets for those special in-law dinners, or a sofa or recliner for your living room. We're your store. At Hammer's Furniture, we also have financing available, so anything and everything is affordable for you.
And you have my promise. You will not pay a lot for your furniture.
People think because I'm one of the fastest men in football that I do everything fast. That's just not true. I like to take my time. Just today, I got to training camp in a leisurely minute and a half. I got all my agility drills done in exactly 2 minutes and 39 seconds. And now, it's time for a nice long lunch. See, I don't mind taking things slow.
The NFL on Fox. Same game, more attitude. Returns August 12th.
Did you know the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation awarded over $110,000 in academic scholarships this year?
I'm Greg Mace, live in Hershey, Pennsylvania, joined by Dennis Owens, Dan Cabal, and Todd Blackledge. The Big 33 Football Classic, and Pennsylvania has a 21-9 lead at halftime. There are so many great aspects of this Big 33 game. We're getting some great halftime entertainment out here, a near sellout crowd at the Hershey Park Stadium. And the Big 33 has not only brought us great football, but it's also brought us something more important for students. It is the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation, and it's not just for athletes.
I thought it was only for football players. I never knew they even had a scholarship called the Big 33.
Pennsylvania's Stacy McCausland found out differently. Stacy is getting set for another day at York College, and her academic experience has been enhanced thanks to a $1,000 scholarship grant from the Big 33.
I'm an accounting major and I'm minoring in German and criminal justice, and I want to go into the FBI after I'm done. I might stay here for my master's in accounting before I apply to the FBI Academy. And it's going pretty well. My grades are pretty good. It's really important for me because my parents and I decided when I went to college I'd be paying for my own education. So $1,000 really helped. I didn't have to take out any loans my first year. I might not have to next year either, which was really nice. So $1,000 really does help.
In fact, Stacy is one of hundreds of students the Big 33 helps every year.
We have a slogan that we're using, not only kids working for kids, but also we're one for all and all for academics. And that idea is filtered into the fact that everything we're doing is so that we can have monies to perpetuate, because we all know that it's what you put up here that's really important and going to have a lasting effect. We realize the importance of using the game as a means to an end, and that end is to provide significant monies so that we can meet that tremendous need that's out there for education. We're looking at, when we get applications that are from number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5 position in a high school class. And you say, my goodness, do they have a need to? Oh, it's tremendous.
Last year alone, more than 150 students received more than $100,000 in scholarship money, but the Big 33 Scholarship Foundation is still looking for more scholarship contributors. We're going to have some great halftime entertainment. The Big 33 band takes the field, some of the best musicians in Pennsylvania. You're watching the Big 33 Football Classic on the Big 33 Television Network.
Summertime fun in the great outdoors and picnics in the park. Summertime is Kunzler time. Everybody's playing, everybody's saying hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog, hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. Kunzler bags and summertime fun. Kunzler, it's honest to goodness, great taste. Hot diggity dog.
Welcome to the Redneck Choice Awards, brought to you by Showtime's You Might Be a Redneck If, starring Jeff Foxworthy, and here's Bud Lightman.
Hey, folks, your ballots are in, so let's get to the awards. Our first category is Best Redneck Video. Let's look at top nominee Jeff Foxworthy for You Might Be a Redneck If.
If your richest relative buys a new house and you have to help take the wheels off of it, you might be a redneck. taking a beer to a job interview. If you think the Nutcracker is something you did off the high dive, you might be a redneck. If your family tree does not fork, if you refer to the 5th grade as my senior year, you might be a redneck.
And the winner is Jeff Foxworthy.
Woo! I can't believe it!
I'll check him out. Let's go win them all.
I don't have to tour the whole country. Hey, wait, I could just sell my Showtime video, You Might Be a Redneck Gift, through this special TV offer. It's only $19.95, so call now to order.
To order You Might Be a Redneck Gift, call 1-800-652-0077 or send $19.95 plus $3.95 postage and handling to You Might Be a Redneck Gift, P.O. Box 2001-TM, Murray Hill Station, New York, New York.
The Big 33 Classic is one of Pennsylvania's finest sporting traditions. It's really the Super Bowl of high school football, combining the best ideals of sportsmanship and competition. But the Big 33 Classic is more than just about football. It's about neighboring communities, a talented squad from Ohio, where players and their fans coming together with players and fans from Pennsylvania to support the Pennsylvania Big 33 Scholarship Fund. It's about a buddy system where these young men who are competing tonight took time during this week to match up and buddy and spend time with physically and mentally challenged Pennsylvania. It's a great event. Pennsylvania's 12 million citizens are proud to host this event, and we wish all those who support this football game, the players, the cheerleaders, and everybody associated with it, the very best in their future, and we thank you for making this such a wonderful tradition in Pennsylvania.
Well, Governor Ridge is right. The Big 33 is certainly more than just a football game. There are activities all week long for the players and for a lot of special kids, special needs kids. Stennis Owens found out all of the football players leave Hershey friends, or should we say, in fact, buddies. They were paired up all week, creating a lifetime of memories.
I'm going to say PA, you got to say Pratt. PA!
This is the Buddy Mobile.
Now, how about a cap? Put your cap on your feet. Put your feet where I stand. Good.
Joe, t-shirt there. Kevin, you got yours. Robert.
The Pennsylvania football players weren't the only ones working overtime preparing for the Big 33.
Way to go. All right.
They're just as hyped up as we are. They're ready for the game come Saturday, and it's just a great experience for them and us.
Tonight's game marks the 10th anniversary of the Buddy Team. Each player in the game is paired with a special needs student from Pennsylvania, and you quickly realize why they're called buddies.
Oh, good pass. You're our quarterback, Aaron.
It's a big honor. I think I chose Andy here because his father's my teacher, and he's just a great kid, so I was happy to see him here today.
They look macho, but they're really squishy inside.
And showing their squishy side is something all-state football players rarely get a chance to do.
This is just about, us spreading our love around the people, and, like I said, me and Aaron are good friends at school, and, I'm just trying to help him out and give him a little something back.
And in return, Aaron may be Pennsylvania's biggest cheerleader.
I'm working for Pennsylvania. We're going to kick butt tonight. Let's kick Ohio's butt. What's my right leg?
Well, there's no question that these buddy teams are unbeatable.
Well, the buddies are enjoying the game, and so are we. Pennsylvania has a 21-9 lead at halftime. Dan and Todd return for the second half in just a moment. A great second half ahead, and we'll be back with more action from the Big 33 Football Classic after these messages.